Saganimi Denis with me, Abdelmomen Abdurazak. The bulletin also streams live on Facebook at Sagani TV and across the world at SaganiTVOnline.com. Let's begin with our first story. Ghana is set to take delivery of 1.5 million doses of AstraZeneca vaccines from Germany. Director of Communication at the Jubilee House, Eugene Ahin, at a presidential press briefing on Monday, disclosed that processes are underway to ensure that the vaccines arrive in the country for administration.
Director of Communications at the Jubilee House, Eugene Ahin, at a presidential press corps briefing on Monday, disclosed that processes are already underway to ensure that the vaccines arrive in the country for administration. The arrival of the AstraZeneca vaccines from Germany will be a major boost to Ghana's COVID-19 vaccination drive, which slowed down for about 2 months. AstraZeneca was the first vaccine to arrive in Ghana earlier this year when the country heightened its efforts to beat COVID-19. Out of the about 800,000 people to have been vaccinated with AstraZeneca, nearly half of the number is yet to get the second jab. But beginning Tuesday, August 31, 2021, those due for their second jabs will begin receiving the vaccines in the Greater Accra and Ashanti regions. Ghana has already vaccinated a section of the population with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which arrived in the country last month through the African Union's African Vaccine Acquisition Trust initiative.
Now, the opposition National Democratic Congress has accused President Akufo-Addo of shielding corrupt officials serving in his government. Speaking at a press conference on Monday, August 30, 2021, National Communication Officer of the NDC, Sami Jemfi, said the president has failed in his fight against corruption.
Speaking at a press conference on Monday, August 30, 2021, the National Communications Officer for the NDC, Sami Jemfi, said the president had rather cleared and shielded these officials instead of prosecuting them and ensuring that the monies they've siphoned are refunded to the state. What is instructive in all this is the fact that none of the government officials and NPP functionaries responsible for all these cases of corruption, which have occasioned huge financial losses to the state, have not been held responsible for any of these corrupt acts. The press conference was in response to an earlier one organized by the New Patriotic Party (NPP). The communications director of the NPP, Yao Boabina Samoa, had ridiculed the NDC at that press conference, saying the party was threatened by the government's ambitious Agenda 111 hospitals initiative. Mr. Jemfi, in response, pointed out that Mr. Asamoah's comments signified the government's detachment from the challenges of the citizenry. He thus called on Ghanaians to vote the NPP out of office in 2024 and afford the next NDC administration the opportunity to hold them accountable for their many corrupt acts.
An 8-year-old boy has been shot dead during a festival ritual in Ewutu Breku in the Ewutu Senya West District of the Central Region. According to the deceased relative, Atakwa was shot dead on Monday morning by those carrying out the rituals to purify the community before the Ewutu Awobia festival.
According to the deceased's relative, Atako was shot dead on Monday morning by those carrying out the rituals to purify the community before the Ewutu Awobia festival. The boy was reportedly pushing his brother, who has a mobility disability, in a wheelchair when he was hit by the bullet. 2 others are in critical condition and have been rushed to the hospital for treatment. The eyewitness, who gave his name as Joe, said the people are supposed to be shooting in the sky, so he is amazed how they ended up shooting the victim. He claims to be his mother's only child. He said they were home when his aunt, the mother of the deceased, rushed in wailing. "Oh, they have killed my son," Joe said. Together with his father, they rushed outside to meet a crowd surrounding the deceased body, covered with a cloth with blood all over the place. Meanwhile, Ewutu Breku District Police Commander, Chief Superintendent Joshua Semanyo, who confirmed the incident, said the suspect has been arrested. There is currently heavy police presence at the Deba grounds as residents remain infuriated by the development.
Away from that, Teachers and Educational Workers Union of Ghana have called on the management of University for Development Studies to consider Mr. Suleiman Abdulrahman as still representative in the next council meeting. In a statement, the union said no university has the right to interfere in the affairs of the union, as it has been with the case with the University for Development Studies.
Teachers and Educational Workers Union of Ghana yesterday, 30th August 2021, held its general meeting at the academic chamber of the University for Development Studies. Key amongst the issues discussed was a proposal made to the management of UDS to consider swearing in Mr. Suleiman Abdulrahman as still representative in the next council meeting. According to them, other sister universities have sworn in all members nominated by TEU, and therefore surprising that UDS management have refused to accept their nominee in the university. They also insisted that management has no basis in interfering in the affairs of the union, as have been the case in the University for Development Studies.
Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, per their directives, all those who have served two terms, a term of a council is 2 years. So if you have served 2 terms, which is 4 years, you cannot be sworn in again. The Public University Local Union, in short called KULU, we find out the veracity of this statement from the registrar, and we got to know that the GTEC is saying that that is not the case, simply because we were able to prove to GTEC, based on the law establishing the various universities, including UDS, that the UDS law, the Act does not have a cap when it comes to council members. And in fact, to our surprise, the GTEC's own representative in the person of Professor Ibn Yaya is in his 3rd term, which is the 6th year. He has been sworn in. So we find it very, very, very strange that the registrar did not want to submit the name of Mr. Suleiman Abdul Rahman as a TEU nominee to be sworn in as a council member representing TEU. We are saying that for now, we have resolved. We have written a letter to that effect, supported it with evidences, and to the Vice Chancellor to be sent to the Council Chairman. We have written to the Council Chairman through the Vice Chancellor that it is our wish, it is our prayer that by the grace of Almighty God, come the next Council meeting, our representative, our nominee in the person of Mr. Suleiman Abdul Rahman will be sworn in, so that there will be no anxiety in the university.
They therefore stated that if management fails to meet their demands, they will advise themselves accordingly.
The next council meeting is in the hands of the council chairman and the management of the university. So our position is that wherever that there will be a council meeting, anytime that there will be a council meeting, the most important thing is that our nominee in the person of Mr. Suleiman Abdul Rahman will have to be sworn in. If there need be, we will have no option. We will not hesitate to do that. If they need be, we will not have option to do that. We'll take that. If that is the language that the management understand before they will sworn in our member, Mr. Suleiman Abdul Rahman, we'll do that. We will promise.
Now, the launch of a 3-model vocational skills training program organized by Adamfo Ghana in partnership with CEDEPA under the Vocational Skill Training to Curb Child Streetism and KIA has ended at the Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium. The exercise is expected to create opportunities for participants to take advantage of the market and create jobs for themselves.
As part of efforts in curbing streetism in northern Ghana, Adamfo Ghana in partnership with CEDEPA has launched a 3-model vocational training program under the Vocational Skills Training to Curb Child Streetism (NKIA) in northern region. The essence of the training is to create opportunities for participants whilst urging them to take advantage of the market and create jobs for themselves to improve their living standards. Models for the vocational training include phone repairs, multi-TV installation, and cloth weaving. Speaking at the launch, the Northern Regional Director of National Commission for Civic Education, Alhaji Abdurazak Sani, charged trainees to be determined in their pursuit to acquire skills.
What does it take for a woman to get involved in skills training that in the past are reserved for men? What a man can do, a woman can do it. and you need to only take a look at the issues and try to see how you can do it. Now, so I am going to speak on what it takes for a woman to learn a skill, especially that which is reserved or which hitherto have been seen to be dabitin nyali. The first and foremost is you should have interest. You see, you don't expect everything to be rosy. No. There will be ups and downs. Today it will be good, tomorrow it will not be good, today it will be good, tomorrow it will not be. But you should have the interest that you are going to have is what is going to determine whether you will be successful or not. And with all apologies to our women, sometimes we easily give up. Oh, mama, persevere. Your interest is what is going to change issues for you. What are you going to want? One philosopher said that 98% of those who failed in life were quitters. And you are quitting because you have failed to dematala. You have failed to dematala. And that is because you don't have interest. So commitment is an issue that we have to take very seriously. And the third one that I have here is determination. That is determination.
The Regional Director, Department of Social Welfare, Joyce Kulevo, urged the trainees to consider Young Girls Project as an opportunity to empower themselves.
I love to hear girls have the patience to learn something that will bring money for tomorrow. If we don't give the girls the chance to learn something, to get a source of livelihood, then they will find a way to make money for themselves. True or false? Young women want the good things of life, and not for only today, but for tomorrow. And you think ahead as you become a mother, a wife, and probably a breadwinner. So young girls are always thinking ahead. Young women aspire to marry handsome men. They aspire to want nice things, to look good for themselves, and also aspire to have beautiful children with nice things, attending nice schools, and having nice things, and being the best among equals. You don't want to marry and become a burden on your husband. You don't want to become a burden on your family. So you are planning ahead. That is why for me, yes, this project is a good initiative, and I want to applaud the directors.
The Chief Executive Officer of My Records Enterprise, Abubakar Ibrahim, also has this to say.
We are here to launch a program concerning tourism with regards to children being good to carry and all those things. So we organize a training for them. There are about 3 models. We have the multi training, the weaving, and then the phone repairs. So we came here to launch this program, and then we are able to do that by God's name, and everything is done in good shape. And then besides that, we've learned so many experiences from those that we invited to talk to us. We've learned that children didn't go to Kai, and all those kind of problems they face when they go there, and all manner of things, and then things are in good shape. For once that we are here, and then we realize that Kai is not a good thing for one at all. So I'm entreating to all young ladies who are involved in this training that they should kindly take the training so seriously in such a way that one day they might benefit out of it.
Come and put stop that. No matter how I can do to help myself, I'll do it rather than going to carry it.
Now, African Development Organization for Migration has intervened to aid returnees reshape their lives by providing them with technical and vocational training through Avdom Village of Hope project or sustained educational campaigns. The training is expected to provide livelihood support through vocational skills empowerment aimed at ending dangerous migration in Ghana.
Many Africans think life in abroad is rosy. And so, almost everybody in the continent craves to go to the Western world in search for greener pastures. While some people have succeeded in their abroad adventures, others have found life wanting and at worst, deported back to their home country to start life afresh following frustrations. This is what some returnees go through after failed adventure. As part of efforts to reintegrate and equip some of the returnees with skills, African Development Organization for Migration, AFDOM, a non-governmental organization with the aim of contributing to the reintegration of returnees from Ghana, especially in the northern regions of the country, has intervened to aid the returnees reshape their lives by providing them with technical and vocational training through their AFDOM Village of Hope project, which comes with sustained educational campaigns and provision of livelihood support to the youth, especially the vulnerable in society. Among the beneficiaries of the technical and vocational training from AFDOM are returnees from Libya, as well as victims of internal migration, commonly known as Kayaye. They receive skill training in areas such as sewing, cloth making, and smoke weaving. Sagana News team caught up with the executive director of AFDOM, Alhaji Munkaila Amin, who recounted to the news team on why they embarked on this initiative.
One thing we realized was that we foresaw that the youth were actually dying so much, both on the desert and then the high sea. Ghana was actually losing a lot of its human resource through the desert and the high sea. And that was the reason for the formation of this organization. In actual fact, personally, I also embarked on this journey in the year 2004 to Libya, from Libya to Europe through the high sea. And if I tell you, I tried it 3 times in Libya, trying to cross the sea to Europe, which wasn't easy at all. The first time, we lost we were 38 people and some died. Second time, we were 28 people and only 8 people survived. The third time, we were 38 people and none died. But of course, we stayed on the high sea for 21 days before we were rescued and sent to Sicily. That's a camp called Agrigento. From Agrigento, we were sent back to Caltanissetta, and Caltanissetta back to Rome, where we were deported back to Ghana. So when I got to Ghana, I said to myself, even my enemy, I wouldn't allow to pass through what I went through. So that led to the formation of this organization. There are always reasons why people migrate. That is the push factors. So we later realized that there was the need going in to address the push factor alongside with our campaign program. And it was then that we brought in this support, and we have it in different areas. As I'm telling you, we have many communities that we support the youth into farming. We also have our vocational training programs that we as just like you are witnessing here. There are those that we are supporting outside the center. Well, if you come to the center here, it's not all the areas that we are engaged into. So if you come in for a trade or a vocational trade that we don't have, what we do is that we look outside and to see a center or a shop that can provide that training. Then we go and pay for the cost of training and also get you the machines that you need for the training.
Some of the returnees also shared their views with the news team.
I planned going to Libya some time ago. I was doing all I could to get resources to Libya. So finally, we set off from Tamale to Bolga and from Bolga to Niger. And in Niger, we met 2 Fulanis who promised to help us. And truly, they did. It took us 7 days to get to Libya in a donkey truck. I lasted for 2 months and was deported to Ghana. When I came back, I wasn't doing anything, even though I completed the SS. I traveled in the name to make it there because I see people coming home from abroad with goodies. But on my side, I came home deported. I met a friend called Shayahu, who is the junior brother to the executive director. He introduced me into AFDOM. So I did 1 year at the training center. and later got admission at the Tamale Technical University the following year to offer HND in fashion and design. Today, I've come here to receive my industrial machine and tools.
You are still live on Saganimi Denis with me, Abdul Mumin Abdurazak. We are taking a short break. We'll return shortly. Please stay with us.
Hamida. Mamula, mwakuzi ndio mwana kapula haina tepana. Mula vemo. Uzo. Kuyule manejesha. Pa abo kufuna bole kuma. Nyang mambala nyara. Mimine yidan yizoburuzo. Mino zanyala papa. Obe njeje tamalga lehma. Deme kutu maisha. Mwana gafara. Hamida. Oi. Kawula yetu ambeka kutobesha. Kula. Ni yetu alaka na kufabla. Mimi ndo yetu amani yara tudoshi.
Oi. Hamida ina mbezi msimu. Komple kama ndazana ma. Jai kula ne yong asba. Ina nan untan tatai yong tatai. Kan ni temi bebe. Oyi ko en ba ma ni ka belega maso.
Kabole nye bebe.
Kunyela ko le ba bilon kariyela yai. Small but mighty. Do you believe it? Oh, well, I'm calling you couple. Oi, you could cut the young man at the bar with a camphor. Abor baby, nada. Antonia le Dokuluku pharmacy, EB pharmacy, PK Gombela, and a little Cambon Quaretima, Anchang, Anya baby da. The Mikunya Bora de Salina, Antonia le Sue Herbal Center, Mr. Ganative, but dancing the table.
You're welcome back from the break. Let's now continue with the rest of our story. Sankofa Medical Charities, a non-governmental organization based in Ohio, USA, on Monday presented medical equipment worth $20,000 to the Tamale Teaching Hospital. Among the equipment presented to the hospital includes a dialysis machine and 4 mechanical dialysis chairs.
Sankofa Medical Charities, a non-governmental organization based in Ohio of USA, on Monday, 30th August 2021, donated medical equipment worth $20,000 to the Tamale Teaching Hospital to help equip the referral facility in terms of facilitating proper healthcare delivery at the facility. Among the equipments donated to TTH include dialysis machine and 4 mechanical dialysis chairs. Presenting the items, the Secretary for Sankofa Medical Charities, Dr. Al-Majid Adams, said the donation is born out of difficulty associated with accessibility of such equipments by majority of the people, especially the vulnerable group in society, following the cost element involved. According to him, the donation is a litmus test on the facility, adding that if properly put into good use, more of such donations will follow.
In Atlanta, Georgia, is donating this dialysis machine to Tamale Teaching Hospital. This piece of equipment worth $10,000. I don't really know much about it in cities, and this chair is a piece of it worth $2,000. So in all the equipment is about $20,000. I think I don't really know how the hospital system functioning here, but I trust that with Dr. Abbas and co in charge, the hospital should put this piece of equipment in good use. And because dialysis is now, kidney problems is now a lot of problems in this community. So I think this would serve a lot of purpose here. Not only Tamale, the regions around can also benefit from this. Yeah, this is our first time, and we plan to do more. This is just a litmus test to really see how this can really support the community. If we see like there's other places of need, we will do more. Sankofa is an NGO. It's a non-governmental organization. What's the name? The president, he's actually a nephrologist, and he owns a couple of clinics in Atlanta, Georgia.
The Northern Regional Minister Alhaji Shane Alhassan Shaibu received the items on behalf of the management of TTH and thanked the organization for the gesture. He also called on management of the facility to put the equipment into good use.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. On behalf of the people, the chiefs and people of the Northern Region, and on behalf of the management of the teaching hospital, I received this donation from Sankofa Charity on their behalf. And I also pledge that this equipment will be put to good use for the benefit of not only the people of Tamale, but the people of the Northern Region and even beyond. The Tamale Teaching Hospital is a main referral center in the northern part of the region that serves about 5 regions. You may even say 6 because of the presence of the OT region. This is a great honor you have done us, and we pledge to put this to good use.
The senior medical officer at TTH, Dr. Abbas, was overwhelmed by the donation and said it has upgraded the facility in a way, and more importantly, reduced costs for patients who are on dialysis on daily basis.
To be honest, the regional minister said it rightly. Patients used to sit on their beds for dialysis, and this caused waist pains if you sit for a very long time on something which is not a normal seat. These are ideal chairs for dialysis. You can't get anything better than this. So our dialysis unit has been upgraded today by this donation. I can say it has been upgraded to a nearly world standard. This is a standard chair used anywhere in a dialysis unit, and you can see how they are. And rightly speaking, it's supposed to reduce the cost of dialysis. A patient comes, he does not need to lie on the bed. He doesn't need a bed sheet to be dressed. He can just sit down.
Now, some aggrieved teachers calling themselves concerned on upgraded teachers through sandwich program earlier this morning picketed at the premises of the Northern Regional Education of Ghana Education Service over delay in upgrading them to principal superintendent position following successful completion of their degree programs for over 3 years now.
So where we are currently is at the Northern Regional Education Directorate. We have seen some aggrieved teachers. They have serious concern about their upgrading. They felt that after going through the right processes in education, after going through right qualifications that they have acquired, the authorities in charge, the Ghana Education Service, the government of Ghana have failed in their bid to upgrade them. And it's a serious issue to them, and today they have gathered at the premises of Ghana Education Office in the Northern Region to picket against the authorities here. I'll be going over to them to find out why are they picketing at the office. Have they followed the right channels, and why are they here? I will be find out from them. Please, your name.
Okay, my name is Abdul Hafiz.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a teacher in Northern Region here.
What is your concern?
Okay, so we are aggrieved teachers and upgraded teachers, sandwich and distance. We completed our university education since 2019, and ever since we applied to be upgraded to our right rank, only for them to refuse to listen to us. Now the information that we got the last time Director General came to Tamale here was that he has now given the clearance for all of us to be upgraded. Only, and when we called, some of us have friends.
Find out from the authority, from the high hierarchy, why the
yes, we have been coming here. We have been coming here. Okay. Our leadership have been coming. The last time, this is not our first picketing here. let's put it on record. This is not our first picketing here. The last time we came here and we picketed, they came out and gave us assurances upon assurances that it will be done. They made us to write a petition, which he said he submitted. Now, the Director General said he has given clearance for us to be upgraded and that they will be picking some number to be upgraded each month. Unfortunately, nobody from Northern Region has ever been upgraded.
So now what do you want from the authorities in Northern Region to do?
You know,
obviously you are blaming those authorities in Northern Region, but not those up there.
Yes, so you know, we have come. That's the main reason why we have come. You know, they have appointed them not to come and sit under cool air conditions. They have appointed them to solve our problems. Now, if you have staff who are complaining that they have not been upgraded, should you be sitting down? And when you look at the situation, it appears that's what they are doing. They are not doing anything to help us. So we have come to find out what are they doing.
What is your issue basically?
Well, the issue is just about our upgrading. We have completed our education for the degree since 2019, and we have been on their heels to try and upgrade us. As it is now, our juniors, even those we completed with, those that have been upgraded are now our seniors within the distance. And once we are promoted to this very rank, that is the principal soup, it gives us opportunity to go to higher without the PS. You cannot even apply for assistant director or any other rank. And so that is why we are here today, to demand from our leadership to tell us why is it that other regions, even the newly created regions, are being upgraded. Yes, they are here. We are tempted to believe that they are incompetent and they don't want to even do anything to help us.
I hope all of us are aware that Regional Director Dr. Peter Atifwa is a substantive Northern Regional Director for Education. He is also acting as Regional Director for Northeast Region. Currently, he's, on duty in the Northeast, and he's not here. I've tried reaching him on phone, but it's not possible. Okay? But you see, we are all teachers. I don't think if you are in your school and a stranger comes to look for an information, depending on the information, if you don't see your head teacher, you can speak on the issue. So goes for the regional education here. I want to plead with you, exercise patience. There is an information. There's an information for you. Listen, what I would say here is that why don't we exercise patience, get back to our workplaces, pick leadership, just pick 3 people. Tomorrow Wednesday, director will be in the office. You will come and we meet with director and he will give you the information. I beg you, if you can do that, it will help all of us. And then you don't know. You don't know. Say you don't know. Say you don't know. Say you don't know. Just tell me that you don't know.
That'll be it in this edition of the Midday News here at Sagani TV. For more stories, you can log on to our website at SaganiTVOnline.com and on Facebook at Sagani TV. My name is Abdul Momin Abdurazak. Many thanks for watching. Bye-bye.